Hey guys, what's up? It's Roos here with Sir Fred by my side, and before we start I need to apologize about the humming you will hear in my audio. I will try to edit away a bit, but I'm not sure how it works out. It's because the room where I usually record and do my gaming, we had to paint the roof on it, so I'm kind of like evacuating my stuff to another room for the time being, but that should be sorted out in no time, so we got that out of the way. So what I'm doing here is I'm playing World of Tanks. And the reason you haven't seen a lot of World Tanks videos on my channel, I think there's like one or two before this one, is that I stayed away from a game for quite a bit, and I played other games in the meantime, but I picked up the game about a month ago again, and I'm enjoying it at the moment. And what I thought is that I make a video about my gameplay, and as you can see, I got the XVM mod on. I'm not like Unicum or any sort of player like that. For instance, the first 3,500 of my matches were terrible. I didn't know actually how to play the game, and before and after that I started to take some notes, watching videos, and actually try to improve myself as a player, which actually has happened. So I'm comfortable of releasing videos about my World of Tanks gameplay. So what we are trying to do here is, this is called a dissection of a game, and it means that I will go over this replay and I try to go over the stuff, what I do, why I do them, and maybe try to give some insight of how I play and why I do stuff what I do, and also maybe pick up some stuff that the other players do in the matchups. So hopefully it's good. I'm hoping this to be good, and I'm hoping that I might be able to provide you more World Tanks replays in the future. But let's just get this thing going. You don't want me to babble about, you know, all day about myself or anything like that. So this is a tier 8 match, and it's actually pretty favorable to me. There's not that much, you know, medium competition to my T-44, which I'm playing here. They got like some heavy tanks, tier 8s and tier 7s, and a couple of TDs and stuff like that. So as do we. So let's just go ahead and see how this plays out, and I will pause the game every now and then just to give you some insight of what I'm thinking. And the plan is to go to E9, to next to a small hill, to actually get some good looks over the opposing side. So I just, you know, start replay and see how this goes. So actually what I'm doing here, I just made a decision, because you usually don't use this route to go forward. I mean, some people do, but there's a big chance, and it's pretty big chance, that they would have like somebody looking over this way already, because in the distance you can see the flag of the other team. And what they could have done is that they have rushed the ridge on their side, and they could have like eyes on my position, and which would mean that they could have shots on me. But I'm determined, and I decided that I'm gonna make hastily towards E9 to actually get some good shots and good looks earlier on. So we just have to see and wait how this plays out. So it looks that I'm safe, and I got into these trees and this ditch, and I was trying to make my way as fast as I can towards E9 to actually have a good position. And what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get some looks over this ridge. But I know I see a T-37, which is looking around there, but I can't do much about it. And I'm just gonna peekaboo right here to see if there's something happening, and that T-37 is gone. Okay, what I see here is I see a Black Prince, but he's behind that ridge, so there's not much I can do about it. And there's an IS in there, and there's a good possibility that he's keying on me, but there are also these guys are heading that way, so I'm thinking that I'm fairly good up here, so I'm just trying to wait out what a Black Prince is trying to do and see what happens. He's already getting shots, and IS decided not to go on me. He decided to go down there for some reason. I don't know why, but he decided to go down there to face perhaps this KV and T-150. So I'm looking over this Black Prince, and but what I actually see now is that he stopped. He didn't want to go down there, so I'm not actually sure what is going through his mind now. But obviously this is not a good move, because he has to know that I'm right here and I can take a shot at him, but he still decides to not go into that ditch, rather, you know, reversing up the hill, which is painfully slow, and he's actually given me his whole side and the upper part of his tank hull. But yeah, I'm just looking, and I'm popping one in. Boom, it's a good shot, and in the meantime T-37 is setting him on fire, causing him to lose some hit points, and I finished the job. So job well done, T-37. We got one tank down. I'm just trying to get some looks on this Black Prince, because now he has gone over the ridge where I can actually see him, and I'm trying to get some good shots on him so we could get that pretty nasty tier 7 out of the way. But as you can see from the mini map, we're doing pretty good on this flank. People are already rushing towards their base, so it's not probably a good thing for me to stay here for too long. But that's actually a pretty bad shot. I'm not waiting to aim to settle down nicely, but I managed to get something in before he leaves my view range. So I'm just reloading my gun, and I decide that I might try to get a lucky one, but I hit the ridge just in front of him, and now he's concentrating on these my flanking teammates, and I see SU-122-44 right there, but he's behind those ridges, so I should be okay to go forth. And my team is kind of playing in a silly way, because what they have done is they have gone over this ridge right here, and they're facing the Black Prince on that ridge, which means that while they still have overwhelming, you know, power towards Black Prince, the Prince can still deal damage to them. So this is something you might not want to do earlier on in the game. It's 2-1, so you don't want to give away too much of your hit points just for the sake of the kill, because it's pretty obvious they got several tanks of our team there. I'm coming there, the AL-44 is coming there, so there's less possibility that the Black Prince would survive. But this KV-13 is adamant to stay there and trade with Black Prince, loses some health, misses the shot, doesn't penetrate, does it again, and T-150 gets fed up with this and takes the Black Prince out. And what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get some sort of look on SU-120 or the IS, which I spotted there. But I need to be careful because they both have nasty guns. So I'm just trying to look here. I don't have a shot, but I have the wreckage of Black Prince in front of me, so I'm just gonna go around it and pop one nice shot into the side of SU-122. Lurking around, the IS is being a polite player. I love polite players who just provide targets for your tank, and it's just common practice in this game. When somebody is providing you damage, you have to take it, and I mean, I'm a polite player, so he's polite, I'm polite. I take the damage he provides me, so it's all good. And the thing here is that the KV-13 is still implying this same tactic he did with Black Prince, so he's gonna just drive his whole tank over the ridge to be a huge target to these three pretty bad guns that enemy tanks have, and of course the Hellcat, which is further away in the back. So I'm pretty sure it's pretty soon bye bye KV-13, but we'll see. I'm just gonna try to take, and I managed to take out the Su-122 out of the game at the same time as he deals with KV-13, so it's all good. I'm trying to get some looks on these tanks, but I probably suffer substantial amount of damage if I try to go from there, so I'm just gonna take a route around these guys, and T-44 is just going YOLO on these heavy tanks. And what I noticed at this moment, that somewhere there's a Tiger 1 that just took out this T-37, so it means that there's T-29, IS-3, Hellcat and Tiger somewhere where we don't even see it, you know, looking over this way. So it kind of flushes out my plans to go over this reach behind those heavy tanks and get some kills over there. So I need to rethink my plan. And what I'm thinking now is that these tanks are pretty slow, so what I can do, I can actually go help the other flank, because the ARL is YOLOing. I can't do much about it, but while I'm at it, I'm just trying to get a shot on this Hellcat. I mean, this might be a possibility since these guys are down there, to get some sort of shot on the Hellcat. See a look, and I think I probably missed or hit the ridge, and I'm planting on another shot, but T-29, which followed me, and he's actually in pretty good position to engage those tanks, takes him out. So I'm still planning what to do, where to go. I don't know where the Tiger is, so I just make a decision. Okay, I'm just gonna go and help out with the other flank, because these guys are pretty slow, so they will need time to get into our flag, which is pretty well spotted for all of our tanks, so we can get there in time if they start to cap it. So I'm just gonna join the other side and just try to keep my tanks safe and get to the other side. I'm just gonna speed this up a bit so you don't need to like spend the whole time hear me babbering about, so you can see some actual action. Our Firefly is gone, our Achilles is going the other way, probably scared of something. Well, there's a T-29 coming over the hill, and I'm just thinking, why not? I'll just greet him in the best possible way. But no, I just hit the ridge right in front of him. I don't know what the frig is wrong with my aim. I just think, okay, I will deal with this KV-4, and I am responsible on one of the biggest mistakes you can make in this game. I only saw that KV-4 and I only thought that I will help my teammates and perhaps get a kill, but what I didn't take in notice is the friends of KV-4. And okay, obviously we have a free camera in use, so we can see that these guys are actually engaging our heavy tanks around here. And I'm continuing my tunnel vision experiment. Since I didn't get a kill on KV-4, I'm looking towards T-29, and this is a huge mistake, and this is perfectly example the lack of map awareness. I have seen these tanks before I got here. They've been spotted, and I still managed to overlook the situations, which could have been bad for me, but as with the free cam, we see that they aren't actually looking my way and getting easy shots on me. And the other thing is that I'm giving my whole side to the T-29 that's actually looking my way. But let's just see what happens next. So I'm just trying to get a shot. I get a shot, do a decent damage. I'm still not worried about these tanks on my left. I'm just gonna go for it and try to pick a shot on him, and I get lucky because Achilles hit him right before I did, and we get a kill. And now I can concentrate on these guys. Now I know that these guys are facing our heavy tanks, so I'm pretty comfortable coming over the corner and pop these guys in the back. And I got my tiger in my sights, and I'm just gonna do Fury movie style. I'm just gonna set him in fire, and he's done. Boom, nice explosion. And turning my attention towards T-44, maybe get the 5th kill. I still have no, that was IS-2 and took him out. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go back to where I started from. Gonna go help T-29 because he's on low health, and these two heavy tanks a little less than half their health left, so I need to go help him out. And he's done a pretty good job keeping their intact. So, and our other tanks are giving shots and actually taking good shots on T-29. I got decent amount of health with me, so I'm just thinking, yeah, I'm just gonna YOLO on this T-29, probably getting killed. And I got 5 kills. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna take out the IS-3, and I miss him dearly. So what I'm trying to do is probably close the distance, get the 6th kill, get the top gun, but T-32 is having none of it. So let's go see the stats. So okay, here are the stats for that game. It went pretty well. I'm not sure if I would have gone the ace tanker with the top gun. I don't know. T-44 is a pretty good tank, and people like to play it, so it's not that easy to get ace, at least a player like me. But I did a decent game. I got almost 56,000 credits and 3,704 XP with the double, and 5 kills. And let's just see some detail stuff. So I got shots fired, 11 of them hit, but 10 penetration of those 11 shots. I got almost 2,500k damage. Only took 2 hits with 1 penetrating hit from the IS-3. So not too bad. Damaged 7 of the enemy tanks, and my assistance was 2,316. So it's not that bad. Oh, obviously with premium. So that's my dissection of the game. Hopefully you guys liked this. If you did, just tap the like button, and I'll see you guys when I make a next video.